Hello Libra, thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Chakra Wisdom Tarot, by Tori Hartman. Artwork by Katrina Sokolova. Sokolova. There we go. There are websites for them, ToriHartman.com and Watkins with an S Publishing.com. So, if that works for you, you want to search that out, enjoy. Supportive oracle cards are Spellcasting Oracle Cards by Flavia, or Barbara and Lisbeth. There's their full names. There's a website for them too. SheWhoIsArt.com. So, freeze frame on any of that information you would like and search it out if you would like, as you wish. Okay. Okay, what do we got coming in for Libra? Okay, it's at the bottom. The hierophant. There's a lot of earth. You're dealing with a lot of earth. It feels difficult in the sense of they don't seem to trust. What don't they trust? I don't think it's you, but I feel like they're looking at this kind of like you're thinking something's going to go better than it actually ever can. The thing is, you're not wrong. Something can go a lot better. They have a hard time seeing it. Four of Pentacles is where they're standing. Ironically, even though the Four of Pentacles is more of like a don't want to move, don't want to change energy, ironically, I do think they want to believe that things can go better. They just don't. And you're explaining how things, if you just do it this way or try that, maybe we can do better with this. They don't really believe it. They want to, but in truth, they don't. This is the energy you're dealing with. But what I like about this is that you're handling this, I feel like you're saying what you need to say, and you're staying in the same spot. I also feel like you have a very in-depth conversation, and then you step back, which is extremely smart for this energy. Because I feel like you say what you need to say, you give advice, and you say, try this. They don't seem to believe that that's going to work. They believe that you honestly are telling them what you truly think will work. They believe that you're being honest with them. I think that's what we should say. They believe in what you're saying to them is your truth. They just don't really feel that it'll work. But the thing is, I feel like you stay in the same position and you don't change. You have one long conversation. It feels like one long conversation, but I feel like we don't repeat the whole conversation. Every now and then we just touch base and you just kind of keep encouraging them to try the same thing. The different thing. You're encouraging them to do something different, but it's always the same different thing. Like if they're normally blue, you're like, try yellow. And they're like, I don't think yellow will work. So you step away and you're like, what color are you using? Blue. Maybe try yellow. No, I don't want to. All right. And then you step back later. What color are you using? Not yellow yet. Not yellow? Well, maybe yellow? I don't know. You don't change. And I feel like maybe you had a whole conversation about why yellow is better, but you're not going into the whole conversation again. You just keep touching base, like maybe try yellow today. Maybe. I know it's very simple, but it's kind of like we're trying to make it simple. I feel like if you keep going at this ad nauseum, it's just not going to help anything. But you keep saying, I really think yellow is going to help. I really think if you try yellow, people will see you. Like if you're walking on the road and you're wearing yellow, I think it'll work better than the bright blue. I know you like the bright blue, but I'm really thinking you should try the bright yellow better. They don't believe you. They're like, no, there's a lot of dandelions out there and a lot of tulips that are yellow. There's a lot of other things that are yellow. They're not going to see me. And they're like, no, they will, because it reflects. They will see you. I don't know. You're staying in the same position. It's very effective in the long term for this, because I feel like this is what it takes. You got two cards that came. Yeah, you got truth and answers on your side. I feel like the biggest part of this reading for a lot of you is you keep saying it the same way, and then you're starting to question yourself. Should I find a different way to do this? Should I find them a different answer? No. You're doing good. Stick with the same answer because this is how they work. You are having an effect. It's just that's how this works. You just keep doing it. You have the one big conversation. You just keep touching base and reminding, like, that's an idea, that's an idea, that's an idea. It may take a few months for some reason. It just may. But you're doing really well. They're like saying, don't give up before you actually see it. Because what I'm getting is coming in. You're giving good answers. You're giving the truth. And after a while, this person, they're very frustrated with their situation. Whatever's going in, it's kind of like I keep wearing that blue and people almost hit me. And like people keep buzzing by me and people say they don't see me. And like, oh. And they're kind of like, maybe I should give that yellow a chance. I don't want to though. But maybe, I mean, I'm having difficulties anyway. Blue, yellow, I mean, I like the blue better, but maybe just I could try the yellow just to tell the Libra, at least I tried it, and just say, well, I tried it and it didn't work. Maybe I could do that. It's slowly like germinating, like slowly rolling around their brain. Like, maybe I'll just do it to prove to the Libra it wouldn't work. Maybe I'll just try that just so I can show the Libra, like, see, it won't work. But in truth, it will work. But I feel like you're fine with that. For this information, for the people this is going to hit for, you're like, whatever it gets them to do, whatever gets them to try it, whatever, works. Works for me. Because all they have to do is try it and they will see the benefit. I feel like they do. To you, it's going to seem random, or it's just going to seem like a spur of the moment, they just tried it. It's not. It's going to look like it with the Knight of Wands. It's going to look like it comes out very randomly. They randomly just try it, finally. To you, it's going to look very random. It's not. It's been germinating. I feel like maybe like to other people, it may seem like this is a random move. Maybe to other people, they're going to be like, wow, that person they changed. They never wear yellow. They always wear blue. Wow. How random. Like, I know, whatever. You get it. But I'm also getting, like, there's spirit guide energy here, like, something keeps pushing at them, like, just try it. Even if it's just to prove to the Libra that it wouldn't work, just do it just do it so you can prove to the Libra that you tried it. Just do it that way. At least do it for that reason. Just prove it to the Libra that you at least gave it a shot, so that they'll have this information. Maybe that'll help the Libra. You can help the Libra that way. Just try it so you can give them the information about how it really played out. The thing is, when they do that, it's going to work. And they're going to be floored. They just really don't believe what you're saying is going to work. They believe that you believe it. They totally believe that you believe it. They just don't believe it. I hope I'm not making that too complicated. I don't think so. I think you're going to follow that easily. It's going to knock their socks off. Shoes and socks all together. Whew, right off. It worked. And because it's going to feel better. Whatever it is, they're going to be like, people saw me. People didn't buzz by me this time. And all these yellow flowers, dandelions and the tulips, and they still saw me. Huh. I guess. I mean, the Libra said it was reflective something, so they would see me, I guess. I mean, they see me. I'm getting a different result. Floored that it worked. That Tower card is like, they're floored. Wow, the Libra knew something that I didn't. I understood the Libra believed that they were right, and I understood that they did, and I believed that they believed it, but I didn't believe it. And now it's proved. It's been proven. It's just a hard nut to crack. Very good. I feel like this is a very good person, and they do like you. They do like you. You're winning them over. This is huge. This may seem simple, and I know I keep reiterating, but that's a point. There's a point to that. Like, this is how you deal with this energy. This is how you work with this energy. You keep reiterating. You go same. It may bore you to tears. You might have to have a couple extra cups of coffee to get through it, but this is how you work with this energy in a successful way. This person likes you a lot, and every win is a major win with them. Every time that they do something and it worked out, they don't forget that. On the other side of the coin, every time you give them advice and it fails, they aren't going to forget that either. So be very careful how you deal with this one. Seriously, every outcome, it's like they're keeping score. They're keeping tally every time. So you got to be very careful to only approach them when you have the definite answer. And then every time, like, it's easier and easier for them to do what you want, the more wins you have with them. Anytime you have a setback, they're not going to forget that either. That's how this one rolls. They do like you a lot, though, either way. They do believe in you. They believe when you tell them something, you believe in it, and you're being honest with your truth. And the more that they see what you tell them works, the more likely they are to not give you pushback and just kind of like, well, the Libra's been right the last 3 times, and it's made a big impact. You know what? I want to believe them. And you know what? They do have a really good track record. Let me just try it. Let's see if it works. Like, the farther you go down, the more they're just going to try it because you have a good track record with them. But, good or bad, they're going to keep score. It's just how this one works. Fair or not, that's how it works. You also want to give this energy some distance, is what I'm getting. Because you got the 6 of Swords. This is a positive energy from this. Give them more distance. The more distance you give them, no. There's a regulated distance. Like, you want to keep them, like, close enough to you where you can see what they're doing and know what they're doing, but not so close that you hear every word of what their conversations are. You want to keep them close enough to you so you know what's going on, but not so close that you know every little thing they do. You want some distance, a smart amount of distance. I think you'll get what I'm saying. Like, just keep them away, but not so far away that you don't know what they're doing. You don't want to be, but you don't want to be directly in their business. You want to keep some distance, but close enough so you know what's going on. You definitely don't want to know everything they're going through and everything they're dealing with. Keep some distance there, close enough so you know what they're doing. Cool? Cool. Because I'm getting there's much more coming in with this. It's a push and pull, push and pull. It's like it's not constant. When I get the reconciliation, I feel like they're talking about like the well-being, yep, well-being with reconciliations. Like, you keep them in where you know what they're doing, but you're not constantly in their business. But it's going to be sometimes closer, sometimes farther away, sometimes closer, sometimes farther away. That reconciliation kind of gives me this rubber band feel, oddly enough, especially when I see these two people kind of like leaning back. Sometimes it's going to be like, we're not really that close, but we're always in arm's reach. Other times we're going to be right in each other's business. It feels like a rubber band type of thing, like that. But never so far out of reach that you don't have any idea what they're doing, but never so close that you're directly watching everything they're doing, if that makes sense. You got to keep back and forth. And the more you keep doing that, like, it just makes it stronger for some reason. It makes it easier. Like, you don't want them to get used to you being distant. You don't want them to get used to you being too close. You want to keep going back and forth and back and forth. You create a rhythm with that. It's kind of like a tempo. I feel like there's a rhythm with it, a tempo. It works very well. You're also the one in control of that, by the way. It seems like that's in your realm of control. Close, far, close, far, close, far, close, far. That's in your control. It does. This works out good. Like, this is a really good connection. Is there anything else I'm missing from this? Because I feel like the energy is kind of like coming down, kind of like that's what we needed to say. Let it be. I'm getting like shut it down, so I'm gonna let it be. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below as well. Same email. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.